Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we'll be doing our FastLane 2023 predictions video. A very short card compared to AEW's Wrestle Dream last week, so kind of glad we got a short card, not as much time. But yeah, what's your looks on the card so far, and what you looking forward to?
Yeah, from everything that we've seen tonight, we're recording this like right after the ending of Raw or SmackDown, pretty much. So it was just like announced, like leaked, I guess. I don't know, but Carlito is on the card now. It wasn't really said on SmackDown, so whatever. But Carlito is on the card, apparently, at least. But yeah, so that's a new announcement, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, you know, the whole John Cena, LA Knight thing that kind of boiled over tonight as well. Whether you've seen the Judgment Day and the Bloodline kind of together in a way. Going against them alongside Cody and Jay. So yeah, they kind of built up a lot around this, so I guess let's see where it takes us.
Yeah, and starting off with our first match, we have the LWO taking on Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, like you said, I was on SmackDown, you had the Profits and Bobby Lashley take out I forget how to pronounce his name, but Joaquin Wilde, and I forget the other one's name, but they got taken out, and Ray said, I'll have to make a call to somebody, and the presumed person is going to be Carlito. The other option, I think, is going to be Dragon Lee, so it's probably one of those two. But yeah, so you have LWO versus Bobby Lashley and the Profits. Who do you think takes this one?
I'm going to go with LWO. They're making the big call-up, so I'm assuming the big call-up's going to get the win.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, I am gonna go Bobby and the Street Profits. I think they're a new team that kind of needs like a nice start. Bobby Lashley is a former world champion, only not even 2 years ago. So, and you have Street Profits who were in contention for the tag team titles basically all at the beginning of last year, and now that you have, you know, they're together, I feel like they should start strong with this new faction, and I think a good one would be here versus Rey Mysterio and LWO and presumably Carlito. But yeah, I think this match can be very exciting, especially if we get a debut or a return, rather, of Carlito. So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting match overall.
And then moving on, we have the women's champion on the line, where we have Io Sky defending it, Charlotte and Asuka. And who do you have in this one?
I'm thinking that the Io and Bayley thing is gonna kind of boil over. I think Bayley's gonna try something, and it's gonna backfire, and she still gets the win. Maybe just because I don't want her to lose it, because I'd rather her keep it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like she shouldn't lose it just yet. But yeah, I think it's gonna have something to do with Bayley. Potentially Dakota Kai get involved. Like maybe Bayley will do something, Dakota Kai will stop her, or something, but I think Bayley will get involved somehow, and yeah.
For this one, I'm not going who I want to win. I'm going with what I think is going to happen, and I think that Charlotte tying the record or beating the record of 17-time champion. I think she's ready. I mean, I don't think anybody really wants her to win. Everybody wants a longer Io Sky title reign, but it kind of just feels like it. Charlotte, for some reason, can't be used outside of a title reign for some reason. I don't know what the problem is there, but I just have a feeling that she's going to win here. And like you said, maybe we do get some Io Sky and Bayley feuding pretty much until Dakota Kai gets back, or maybe even it ends before she gets back. But yeah, I'm going to go Charlotte with this one, but it's not who I want to win it by any means. But then moving on, we have Seth Rollins taking on Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Champion. And who do you have for this one?
I tried it last time. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna go Shinsuke taking it and winning the Heavyweight Championship finally. Finally getting hopefully his good, long lasting WWE title run, world title run. Obviously, you know, he's had Intercontinental. I believe he's had the US title at another point as well. But this would be his biggest title won so far, and hopefully he would have a pretty good sized run with it, because we don't know how long we have with Shinsuke. He still looks great, obviously. There's not showing any like signs of rust or anything.
Yeah.
But you don't know how long you got with people, and you want to at least have like a person with his caliber go out on like a really good, at least one really good run, you know?
Yeah. For me, I'm going to go Seth Rollins. I think he's probably going to be holding this title for a very long time. I would presume until Royal Rumble or probably to Mania, really. But I would love Shinsuke to win against somebody who I'd rather have Shinsuke win here, especially with this new character he has, where he's kind of like this badass who just doesn't like. He feels like a kind of like a yakuza boss leader. Like he's so badass right now, and it sucks that he built him up this much just from to lose. But I kind of feel like that's the way they're going to go with this. So yeah, but this match is probably one of the matches I'm expecting the most from this match.
Yeah, but only thing I will say about that is I think that all of the matches on here are like there's like not a whole lot of like it's not like a one big super exciting match. Like that is the super exciting match kind of. Then I guess the John Cena LA Knight is a big one as well, obviously, which we'll get into. But yeah, I think they're gonna give it to Shinsuke because of that, and like I said, just to give him a run as well. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna give it to Shinsuke to have like that one big moment at the pay-per-view. I don't think that'll be the moment because I don't know what else would be unless something happens with like the Judgment Day or something.
I'll presume if Carlito is the person to be there, though, I think that is your big moment of the night where like. You know, he's not the biggest person in the world, but it's gonna like for people who used to watch wrestling, it's be like, oh, Carlito's back, and I think everybody really wants him back. Considering at Backlash when he came out, it was one of the biggest pops, and even we were, at least me for myself, I was super excited to see Carlito back. But yeah, I presume that's gonna be your big moment of the night. Obviously, the match between John Cena is also gonna be something, but yeah. But moving on to our next match, we have the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest taking on the tag team of Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso for the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. And who do you have for this one?
For this one, I'm going to go Judgment Day. This is another one, as I said earlier. If that isn't the big moment with Shinsuke, maybe this is, and something happens with Rhea, maybe turns on them to side with Jey. That'd be like a crazy thing that would happen. Yeah. That could happen, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Judgment Day winning just because I mean the whole point of Jey doing this run is to be a solo act, so it doesn't make sense for him to be a tag team champion along with Cody Rhodes of all people. It kind of makes sense within the story, obviously, because they've been like together recently. But yeah, I just don't think it makes sense for him to be a tag team champion while trying to push him being a solo act. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Judgment Day as well. For two reasons. One. On this upcoming episode of the very stacked NXT card, Cody Rhodes is making an announcement. A part of me thinks it's going to be the Dusty Rhodes Classic and it's going to be the Tag Team Classic and stuff like that. Which would make sense if he walks in with the Tag Team Champions. He's like, hey, whoever wins this, maybe not only do you get the trophy, but eventually somewhere down the line you can get a future shot against us. However, I don't want that to happen. I think having a Tag Team belt on a team that is just the two biggest names on Raw right now, the two biggest faces I should say on Raw besides like Seth and stuff, is Cody Rhodes and Jey right now, and I feel like that just pretty much all this momentum you had building for months on months basically for Judgment Day of holding as much gold as they possibly can and get as much accolades in that fashion as possible to just blow it off when as soon as two of them get the tag team belts, I think it's just kind of not the right move here. So yeah, I'm gonna go Judgment Day, and also I presume with Triple H's announcement next week on SmackDown, I could honestly and hopefully see them splitting up the tag team belts, which I think is very much needed. I think there's too many great tag teams on both sides that you have enough for each side. Like, one will always be weaker, but that's okay. That's kind of just how it's going to be no matter what. So, yeah, I would like to see, hopefully, that Triple H announcement is them separating. But, yeah, I'm going to go Judgment Day for this one. And then moving on to the presumable main event of the night, we have John Cena and LA Knight taking on Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. And who do you have for this one?
Alright, so this one, obviously, this one could go kind of either way, but it also sort of feels like it's just John Cena and LA Knight's match to win. I kind of just don't see John Cena getting pinned, honestly. Or LA Knight, to be honest. And Jimmy just seems like he's kind of like feels like kind of like an extra right now. They're not like using him to the best that they could, maybe. They're kind of actually obviously working on Solo a lot recently. And Paul Heyman even tonight when the whole thing happened on SmackDown with the Bloodline and Judgment Day. You had all of them on the apron, and Paul Heyman specifically goes for Solo, pulls him down into the side and stuff, and they all get attacked. Solo doesn't even do anything; he just kind of lets Jimmy get attacked. Well, he does eventually, I guess, but yeah. So I just don't see them pulling out the win, unfortunately. But I mean, it's LA Knight, and the crowd's gonna pop when he does win. So yeah.
For this one, I'm gonna go John Cena and LA Knight as well. John Cena is John Cena. I don't think he's gonna be taking any pins in this few weeks we have left of him, or hopefully longer. And I don't see LA Knight getting pinned because he seems to be who the WWE are finally going to give his big push that everybody's been asking for so long. Is just we're just going to give him wins after wins over great people. And I think a nice clean win from LA Knight on Jimmy or Solo would be phenomenal. I would presume Jimmy because, like you said, they seem to be building a Solo quite well. I think Jimmy could go into something with, like, to pull Hove over for Roman. I think that could be something where you kind of have Jimmy's going to be kind of acting like the new tribal chief when he's really not because Roman's not there anymore. So I think that could be something. But yeah, I'm going to go John Cena and LA Knight to win this match as well. But that is our predictions for each match. But what is the match you are looking forward to the most?
Probably the women's championship match. I'm very curious to see how they do this. I think majority of people want Io to retain.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of people also want to see the Bayley Io thing finally kind of happen, and then that match happen.
Yeah.
Which I think will probably be a Survivor Series match, assuming Io wins.
Yeah.
Because it would just kind of make sense. But yeah, I'm going to go with that as my favorite.
I think for me, the match I'm looking most forward to is obviously that Seth and Shinsuke. I think there's a lot of things you can do in a last man standing match, and I'm pretty sure this could be your main event as well. I just kind of presume the match with the bigger names is going to be in it, but yeah, I'm assuming a lot from two of the greatest of this generation, so yeah, I think this match could be phenomenal, but hopefully every match lives up to the hype. But yeah, that is our predictions for tonight. Excited for this card. But yeah, see you guys in the next video.